The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jenn and welcome to the show. And you know what? It's that time where we do the angel messages for the upcoming month. So today we're working with the angel guidance and messages for October of 2016. And you know, it is coming in nonstop and I've been quite busy. We're all going through an interesting transition. We know things need to change. We know things are changing and they're changing quickly. And we're in this big opportunity to just do it, just go for it and let it all go. So last week I was sharing a lot where, they were coming through, and I'm having a lot come through with nature, with spirit animals, and spirit guides are coming through that way. Angels are coming through that way. And since I was with you last Thursday, I've had quite a bit come through, and it's been, I don't know how to say it, except that I'm absolutely loving everything they're teaching me that I can share with you, and I'm learning at the same time. It's so refreshing, honestly, because we need something else. We need to feel that motivation again to keep going. And some people are having some trouble. I know that. I understand that, and I hear you, that you're having a little bit of trouble with all the change and it's overwhelming for you. And I'm here to let you know that, sometimes we're making it harder because we won't let go. And there's quite a bit of things that we're going to have to just let go and let move on. It could be relationships. It could be your way of life. It could be your diet. Different things that deep inside, which is where all the answers are. You're working on that. What was refreshing last week was I had so much come in. I've got so many notes here that I don't even know where to start, but it is about letting go. And for the month of October, Archangel Azrael comes through very strongly for this month. Archangel Azrael is a really gentle energy to work with. And he is about letting go. He's also about transition, including when we leave Earth and cross over. He also helps you receive messages from loved ones on the other side. So, sometimes he's labeled the death angel. It doesn't mean anything negative. And we're in the month of October, so all the Halloween stuff's coming up, But we're not talking about it being a negative thing. It's about the end of something. It's the end of the way it was. And that is what they're trying to help us not cling to, because it has to change so we can grow and change. It's the way energy works. If you're brand new to the show, this is a metaphysical show, and we work with the angelic realm, spirit guides, power animals, or animal spirit guides, intuitive with the energy field and energy healing. And basically, my goal is to help keep you growing and moving forward where it's best for you. Not to be a duplicate of anybody else, but to be who you really are and be true to that. We're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of people just like, I'm just going to completely change it up. No, they're not losing it. It might seem like that to you if you want everything to stay the same, or you might feel like that about yourself because you just want to completely change it up. It's about feeling that peacefulness. You're looking for the peacefulness, and that was one of the messages that came through very strong. Now, last week, And I'm going to show all these to you as we go through. And you are welcome to call in for any kind of questions or messages you would like some guidance from the angels on. You can call in 1-800-930-2819. But I have all kinds of stuff here that's really important for all of us. And they have been focusing me on quite a bit of information that way. And I'm not even worried about, I'm having to really recluse and stay with listening right now so I can give you that. But Azrael is the angel that can help you with the month of October, and it's because we're letting go and then we're also moving into something new at the same time. And it seems a little fast, but it can be very gentle and it can feel freeing and peaceful. Now, some people are going to move on and cross over. There are going to be people that are doing that. You may see a lot of that. You're also going to see a spiritual transition in people, including yourself. You're going to see that everybody's going to get it on some level soon. Yeah. And today is a dark moon. I know, doesn't all these little words, they just seem like death and dark. The dark moon is really just you're having a second new moon in the same month. And for those on another part of the world, you're going to have it on October 1st, so it'll come at another time for you. But that dark moon, it's more emphasized, it's more magnified on the transition and change. And the lineup of that influence is, it is time to grab that new. It is time to go. Now, go. It's like go, go, go. Azrael comes through to help you let go of those things you're having a hard time letting go of, and he can bring in gentleness and peace. And I had Spirit Animal Guide come in again. It was right after the show, I believe on Friday, the very next day, the mourning dove. And I know the mourning dove is like mourning somebody's passing, but that's what they're called. But the dove is part of the pigeon, and it's white dove, mourning dove, whichever dove. If you ever listen or see their behavior, they're very gentle birds. And they have a coo sound that's so calming. But they bring peace. They bring peace, and they bring hope, and they bring a positive, gentle energy. And I don't know of a better thing that we need right now than to feel a gentle, calming, peaceful energy with everything going on out there, right? So you can take that choice and you can bring that into you. We're all working on choosing. We're all working on choosing something new for ourselves. And in doing that and going within and being who we are and working on ourselves, we are actually helping the planet ascend to a better place to be, a higher frequency. Some of you feel like it's happening whether you want it to or not. Yes, that's true. If you look at it from the metaphysical point of view and perspective, which is what I'm delivering to you, yes, it is happening. Regardless, it is happening. And it's positive change. So stop and ask yourself, why are you fighting positive change? Why are you fighting something new and refreshing? You might want to look at it that way. It's like, whoa. These kind of things can be very intense. Don't let it be scary, because the angels have been coming through so much. And I know they're coming through because in 2 days, I had more feathers come to me than I've ever seen. The first one was the dove, and then the mourning doves always come to my balcony every day. They've been doing that for years because I'm about hope and peace. That's what I want to bring people. And then the feathers came in, and it was on the wing, and that means something. And then the colors and everything else. And it's about peace and hope. And don't let go of that, guys. Don't let go of that. Then I had the seagull feathers. And I live by the water, so yes, we have seagulls everywhere. But the feathers in particular, the way they came to me was very unusual. So I'll be sharing that with you later. And we had moth, remember? We had the moth come through last week, and I had started that underpainting. And so I'll share what I've done with it since, because I'm still working with the energy of all of these, and I'll share that with you as well. And I have started with the work on the doves, because the doves bringing in what we need right now. Azrael Azrael really does bring a gentle comfort when you're grieving, or you're gonna, you feel like, I'm gonna grieve and miss that if I have to let that go, that kind of thing. I think that's why he's coming through for this month, and it makes so much sense, because we know we've got to let go, or some things have already gone, and we've got to find a way through that. And he is an angel for that. The comfort he can bring in times of grief and loss, if you are going through something like that, or you've lost somebody and it's been really hard for you, you know, I hear you and I can feel you. I just gotta chill with that. He really is reaching out to, you know, bring comfort and let you know. Angels were coming through like crazy. I had probably 12 feathers just make sure they found me within 24 hours. And then I went and I had a dream. And the dream was this huge white feather, which is always the angels letting me know they're around, with a silver lining all the way around it. And what is that? Think about the cloud with the silver lining. There's always hope in the midst of something dark. So the message is very clear, and they keep repeating it. And they're letting me know they're here in huge numbers to help us. So we're going to be doing that. Now, when we come back, we'll start taking callers and we'll start diving into this information. If you want to call in, 1-800-930-2819. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We'll be right back.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
back. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and we are focusing on angel guidance. Boy, how refreshing to have that, right? For the month of October in 2016, because we got big stuff going on, big changes, and we're all ready to go there. So with that, let's bring on, we do have a caller, it looks like, Brian, right? Do we have a caller?
Yes, indeed we do. It's Lena from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, the Great White North. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Lena. Welcome to the show. What can we do for you today?
I guess I'm struggling with what I'm doing today versus the path that I'm drawn to, or at least I think I'm drawn to.
You know what? You're right in the pocket with the way it feels right now, and I want to reassure you of that. And let me explain why. Because some of us, and it sounds like you're picking up on that, so I want to give you kudos. You are actually listening and hearing. Our path, for some of us, is changing to something completely different that we didn't expect. It's not a negative, it's just that we thought, hey, I want to do this, and we put all this time and effort into this, and then it shifts on us. And we're some of us, and I actually felt that a little bit too with some of the things I was doing. I had full plans to release a few classes right in September, and they said, not yet. I'm like, I already said that I would do that. And I'm having to say, sorry guys, but I'm trusting Spirit right now because, and I see why, because I'm receiving a lot of different perspective that helps me see it differently. And Lena, I'm really feeling something very similar for you. Is that making sense at all? Like it just doesn't feel the same that it used to in certain areas?
No, it doesn't at all.
Okay, then help me understand.
No, so I agree with you. It's what I was doing, I thought I absolutely loved.
Oh, okay, you were agreeing with that statement that it doesn't fit. Okay, I thought maybe I totally was off the chart there. Okay, yes. Okay, I understand. Sorry, see what I mean about what's going on? It's like, wait, what did I just say? Lena, I want you to know it's a letting go of what we thought was the perfect path for you. We thought that was the perfect path, but there's something better for you. And it opens up and it shows you that way when we let go. And we have to, right now it's really challenging us. Some of us have actually felt like, hey, I can't connect at all anymore. I used to be able to connect all the time. I get how that can be too, because it seemed like it was changing, like we connected one way and I'm not even able to connect with them the way I used to. I'm having to go out of this box like I'm brand new and listen a different way. So does that make sense?
Yes, and I am brand new to this.
Okay. Well,
and there are times that I think I really connect, and then there are times that I don't.
Mm-hmm. And the reason...
It feels like I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing.
Correct. Okay, I understand what you're saying. And I'm really glad you're bringing this up, because this is a common question. A lot of people are like, I don't know why I don't feel connected anymore. Look at, and anybody going through this, and Lena, you are helping a lot of people that have been coming to me with this question, so thank you for calling in. Look at how you were doing it. You said you're brand new to this. There's a lot of people brand new to it as well. And if we're trying to go through all the old textbooks on this or how or correct or right or wrong, honestly, it's like throw that out the window at this point. Because they're showing me that too. Because of the different frequency, we won't need to go through certain, I want to call it hoops, but certain ways of connecting or listening the way we used to. That's because we're all learning this brand new thing. And if you are second guessing or you're not sure, just simply ask, say, just claim what you're hearing. For example, you feel like this is what you're getting, throw it right back out there. This is what I'm picking up. Is this where my answer is? Can you, and ask for another validation. It's okay to do that. It's okay to ask for a couple. I was doing that last week and I ended up with 13 feathers. 13. And I've had so many spirit animals come through, and now they want me to paint each one because I'm connecting into that energy. I'm just sharing. That's how it's changed for me as well. More and more and more, I have to do that. And it's like, no, we want you to work with that energy in this way. I'm thinking, okay. And it's not even that they're demanding. It's more that they're guiding strongly, let me put it that way, because they won't make you do anything you're not ready to do or that you don't want to do. They were strongly recommending that I pull those paintbrushes out and get into that. And I understand why. On a personal level, there's a lot of healing going on for me personally, because painting and art takes me all the way to my greatest heights and my greatest lows. And I have to be okay with both ends of the spectrum to find the balance. Does that make sense to you with the way things are coming and going for you? Are you feeling a lot of the emotions with it?
Yes, absolutely.
That's a cleansing.
And you're right, I'm feeling a lot of guidance and stuff where I'm fighting a lot of feathers as you all over. So there's all kinds of signs that I see and I'm trying to connect to.
Right. And you're going to... Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. And I'm asking for guidance. And you're right. I'm not trusting myself yet to understand and to ask the questions.
Exactly. And the thing is, the reason it's feeling like this right now is they want us to be more proactive, bottom line. If I could say it quickly, it's be more proactive and trust more within your own abilities. They're there to help us, but they're kind of taking the training wheels away from us a little bit right now because they want us to test the waters and trust ourselves. It reminded me when I was learning how to drive one of those column stick shifts in a truck. Oh, I was so stressed doing that because I'm not very tall and I could hardly reach anything with the clutch, and my dad had me on this hill, and if I didn't do it right I was going to roll back into the person behind me at the stoplight, and I remember crying, and he said, do it. I mean, he wouldn't let me back out. And that flashed through to me last night, and I realized, they want us to be braver and believe in ourselves more than we have been. And they have to pull back a touch so we can practice our new way of living. We can practice our own abilities that are strengthening with these higher frequencies. Is that making sense?
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. And
I believe you are right in the pocket with this, Lena. You really are. You are receiving the message. You're receiving so many messages, and I feel the same way. You're receiving so many around you that you're tripping on them. You've got them all over coming in, and then it's like, how much louder do you want us to? Yeah. Yes. So you just need to go.
I have one last question for you. Is like, who is my strongest guide? Like, I feel this strong, overwhelming guidance.
You know, I feel immediately when you said that, I felt bear. I felt the bear. And that's an animal. I'm receiving a lot of information via animals right now. I know. Spirit guides come through and they're showing them to me that way. And the bear is gentle but strong and will protect what is theirs, right? And it's a strength in knowing that you can forage and fend for yourself, and also you can hibernate on things and wait for the right timing before you proceed with something. So there was a few things that just popped in, and they're showing me a lot through animals. So that doesn't mean all of yours are animals. They're coming through to me that way to communicate the message to you. Because they can actually, their energy, they can show their form in animal nature. They can show, an angel doesn't look like a person with wings all the time to people. It sometimes looks like an orb or a color. So I wanted to explain that a little further. Since you said you were new, what I want you to know is that's a guide. Your guardian angels, and Michael is very much around you, Archangel Michael, because you need to feel safe in your abilities and trust them. And he is the the go-to angel for safe and feeling protected and releasing the energy and the thoughts and the beliefs that are holding us back in fear. So that one, I would say, work with that one a little bit more. And, you know, Azrael was the one for October, but Azrael's about if you're grieving about a letting go of something. Sometimes we really loved that idea we had. It's not working, and we obviously can see that we loved it while it was there, but we have to let it go. It's kind of like retiring while you're on top, you know, when you see that.
Yeah.
And I've actually felt that in a few areas too. But it's okay to miss it, but still not let it pull you down, so you can put your energy into a new journey and something that'll help you grow again. We're really all getting a fresh new start. And I hope that is going to help you trust more, because you do. You have a lot going on and you are having quite a bit come back to you. I think you just need to practice the perspective of belief. I would say I am trusting is a great affirmation for you. Yeah, I am. Anything you say behind I am, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
if it's not positive, change it to something positive, and you might see quite a bit of movement forward. It's very, very powerful. And with that, I have to go to break. But thank you so much for calling in. That was great questions and a great topic for everybody.
I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And thank you very much for calling in and listening to the show. Everybody, wow, it's break time. It's break time. We have to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to keep powering on. I want to share a few things with you that I've received for everybody. Wow, October is an incredible month. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
Hey everyone, we are back. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. I'm Dr. Jenn. We're working with the angel guidance for the month of October 2016, and I've been a little busy over here, and we've got messages and calls coming in because I've got one coming in from the live video stream. I'm going to quickly answer that one, and then we're going to go to another caller. This is from it's MMS or MS Shasha 757. Okay, bear with me, doing best I can with that. And wants to know about a romantic relationship and feeling shut down. Immediately, and I'm going to quickly answer that, yes, there is a shutdown because we're afraid we're going to make a mistake and we're afraid to go in a direction that's new and different romantically. That was immediately what I picked up from you. The best thing you can do is personally, individually, not about somebody else, romantic or not, is work on lifting your mood, whatever that takes. You need to go do some self-care and cleanse that out. Then your frequency is going to match the romantic, what you're looking for. And when you get to that point, you're going to realize whether that's an alignment or an in sync for you or not. Michael is the one for you to work with as well, and also Azrael, which is the October angel, because you need to let go of the way you used to approach romantic relationships. Bottom line, it's different for you now. So I want to say thank you for there. We have a group over there watching on the video stream, so they're throwing in things on the chat. So, and I can't see it while I'm on. I'm checking in between on station breaks and seeing if there's anything on over there. But listen to, if you're feeling low or feeling shut down, it's because you got to change it up. So the best thing to do is clear it out, like clear out the closet and then move forward, and then look, and don't be afraid of something different. It might even be you're going to be attracted to a completely different type of person, which is what I'm really feeling coming in strong. So there's some healing for you and some letting go and some refreshing and time to rejuvenate your own energy. You don't have any energy to give to a relationship right now. You're worn out. So you need to revive yourself. So that's that answer. And now, I believe, Brian, we had another caller holding. So let's bring on the caller.
Oh, yes, we do. One of my colleagues from right here in Westerly. Heidi, welcome, my dear.
Oh, thank you. Ma'am, I wanted to talk to you. I had a heart attack. And for the last 4 years, I've been collecting feathers. Ooh. And I wanted to know what that meant.
You are completely supported by the angelic realm. You also have a lot of loved ones over there that are in your corner. Because feathers can mean a couple of things. For me, they always mean the angels because I work with them so much. But they also can mean that you have loved ones over there too that are supporting and watching out for you. But lots of feather, I love that. I love that you are getting a clear message that you have support coming in from a divine nature, and there is nothing to worry about.
Thank you. And I got turkey feathers that they came to visit. They dropped their turkey feathers. The crows have dropped their feathers. So I got a hat. And I went to the beach, and I put all my feathers in the hat.
I love it. And because you're keeping the feathers, you can actually, work with the energy of that particular animal that's coming through. And I love that. Crow is a big transition. And after you had a heart attack, have you felt different about a lot of things? Because sometimes let me put it this way, and this is metaphoric. When we have like a crack, say it's your heart for right now. The heart had a crack that lets the light in, the divine light in to transform. So I feel like in the midst of that heart attack you had, it was your silver lining coming through on the for where you are now with all this coming through for you. And there's a different way of life for you that is just so much more appreciation. And you're seeing things differently. And I feel that your mood is lifting. You just don't want to be, if there was something that bothered you, it's just not worth it.
No, and I had MRSA that nearly killed me. Doctors gave me no chance of survival. Then I had a kidney transplant. I've had a lot of things. And now with the heart attack, they had to put a stent in me, too. And they said, Heidi, I don't know how you stay alive.
You have a lot of help that
I do.
They don't see. Yeah, that's what we were talking about with your feathers and stuff. You have a lot of help supporting you. Your prayers are heard. Your reason for being here is an inspiration for others to keep going and gives them hope.
Well, I work at a nursing home. Volunteer at a nursing home. When I go in, you should see all these people. Oh, Heidi's here. And they scream, they cheer, and it makes me happy.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Heidi, work with that. Pay attention to those messages that come through, because you're receiving the support and validation that they've got. They're there for you. You're not by yourself in any of this. It's not like you're going through all this for no reason.
Nope, I got my family. My family has been so supportive. My mother, that Jean Doré, oh my God, she takes care of me like you. She's like a godsend.
Oh, Heidi, it's so nice to talk to you. I'm glad you called in and shared that.
Too. And she finds feathers for me, and then I put them all in my hat. So if you ever go down to the Wesley Town Beach, you'll see me sitting on the deck with all my feathers.
Oh, love it. I love it. I love it, because if you were to look at how you can work with them in meditation, because you can keep and work with a feather. You can work with where it came off of the bird. You can go into some great detail with information with that, which I won't have time to go in right now, but enjoy the journey that they are walking with you. And my
favorite one is that turkey.
That's great.
Turkey, he dropped my feather. I said, I love you, fella, and I'll pray for you all the time. It's my turkey.
Oh, what a beautiful story. And so everybody, if you're in the Westerly area and you go down and you see the lady with the feathers with her hat, that's Heidi.
Yes, at the Wesley Town Beach. Plus, I got a show on WBLQ for pets. After the 8 o'clock news, I do pet tips.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's awesome. So, thank you so much. I'm going to have to take off now because I have to keep going before I run out of time. But it was very, very nice to meet you today.
You have a wonderful day, ma'am.
Thank you, Heidi. Bye-bye. Wow, how cool is that? It's not just feathers, guys. It could be just about anything. Some people are constantly finding pennies or, something like that. It's a lot of different things. Now, just because I kind of teased you last week, I do want to show you. I did complete, it's almost complete. I wanted to bring this to you. Remember last week I had the underpainting of the moth, and I've worked with it a little bit more, and it's still developing, so I'm giving you an updated picture so you can see this is all in pastel. And the reason I'm doing this with the paints like this is because the energy of the spirit guide is working with me as I'm working in the art form. So I wanted to share that with you because it's coming through so beautifully, and it's coming through so gently, and the moth was bringing positive, positive, positive. There's great things coming. There's a sigh of relief coming, and that's the beautiful part of that. And the next one I'm working with is the mourning dove. I'll bring it up right now. This one is in the underpainting stage, so you can see it starting to develop. If you're watching the video, you'll see this. You see the mourning doves. That's the message that I need to deliver to you now. And this one I'm going to continue to work with because it's current, and it's also in alignment with Archangel Azrael for the month of October. The mourning doves, they're very gentle, like I said, but also it's about the feelings that you're having, and this goes right in line with the callers. They're accurate and they're valid, okay? You're picking up on that. You need to trust them. Okay, you didn't know that when you called in, did you? But this was already set up. And to trust them and act. Don't be afraid to change direction. Don't be afraid to try something out that's different. It's also reminding you that in order to soar, in order to take off and go in your dreams and on your path, sometimes we have to allow the wind to take you there. We just open up the wings and kind of allow it to happen. And that was the most beautiful part of this message. It kind of gave me a chill when I saw that, because we're not trying to make it happen, and we're not trying to do it, and we're not trying to force it to go a certain way. Sometimes we have to just go and trust it and go back into it. Dove is very peaceful and calm. And dove is like, just hang out on the branch. You know how they sit on the branch and they're just calm. And they just surrender to it, and they allow the wind to take them. And it's very, very peaceful. And right now, a lot of peace energy needs to come in. A lot of peace. We need peace energy. So Dove was coming in and letting you know that sometimes you just got to stop, take a deep breath, and kind of see what falls into place before you make anything happen. You do, and to be quite honest, things are going to happen and just land. You know, it's not like you're not going to be proactive. They want you to trust more about where the wind is taking you, so to speak. And I thought, what a powerful message, and exactly what we need. And I'm feeling the same thing. So when we come back, we are going to finish up with the show about what we have. And I do have one email that was sent in that I want to answer. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to keep powering on. And boy, the show is going fast, so I'm going to be wrapping it up when we come back. So stay with us. We're going to be talking more about the angel messages for October 2016. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. We'll be right back.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
back for the last segment, so I'm going to wrap this up. I got a couple things I do want to share with you. We were talking about the morning dove that came through, a little bit more about that. This dove, you know, like slow down, take a few breaths, and it's allowing the wind to take you, not trying to push it or make it, or not trying to fly, but just kind of allowing this energy to take you there. It's also going to help surround you with the peace that you're looking for. And you know you're shifting, and it's really looking at it's time to change perspectives. With that, I had other feathers come in that were the seagull. And what is the seagull about? And I mean, they came in uniquely. I mean, yes, we have seagulls around here, but they were coming in very unique, and I had quite a few. And it's about, it's time to take a different perspective on life. It's time to look at it through a different lens. It's time to check out different viewpoints, different perspectives, and it's going to help clear things up for many, many of you. You've got to work out of the box just a little bit more if you feel like it's just stuck. That's because there's a perspective that's going to really help you see and go, oh, and then the aha moment comes, okay? And it just rolls right through. That one's huge. Also, the seagull is more about everything has a purpose, everything we all go through. I also said that I had the white feather come in a vision. I have the visions that will happen, and it had this silver lining around it. And it was blinking like a neon sign, and I knew it was a very important message direct from the angels. And I smiled, I went, got it, white with silver lining, and I could not wait to just dive into what that was about. Even in the midst of the dark, there's a silver lining. There's something that's going to come through, and that's the hope. Trust me, guys, if you feel like you're in a dark night of the soul, or you feel like it's in the down in the dumps for you, know that this is not the worst that can happen. I know many of you are really feeling a lot, and if you need support, please reach out and do that with someone. But know that great things rise out of the ashes. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. There's great things coming. Now, quickly, I want to go into an email that I got as well. And this one comes from, I'm going to try to pronounce this. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Myling. That's the name. She, not sure, is from the Caribbean. So we have listeners down in the Caribbean. That's kind of nice to know. So hello, we love the Caribbean here. And here's the question. Thank you for this awesome affirmation. And what they are referring to is an affirmation, an I am affirmation that I put out in my newsletter yesterday. Very, very positive, and to empower and take hold with where we are right now. And it was just basically claiming I am the I am, and I am choosing the peace, love, and happiness, and I am choosing the miracles. So you're claiming when you do that. It's very empowering just to say it over and over again. It's fantastic. So that's what they are referring to. And also for the guidance on Thursday, which is this show. And the question is, what is the best way to set my intention? I meditate every morning at 4 a.m. and I live in the Caribbean. Thank you. Wow. 4 a.m. meditation. Beautiful time of day. I love the wee hours of the morning. That's where I receive most of my incredible visions. That's one of my favorite times, is wee hours of the morning. So intention is intention. There's action, there's intention. Intention is truly from the heart. My intention is to, and whatever it is you're trying to do. And it's just putting it out there. And it could be, if you put that behind your I am intending to receive messages clearly, or whatever it is that you're looking to do or ask for in the assistance. Do that before you go into the meditation, and then just let it go and let it be and see what happens. I love that question, because intention isn't about, really trying to force, or it's not really an act. It's more of a change of thought. It's an intention to forgive, intention to release and let go. And sometimes when we start with intention, then we can move on to the next phase of something we're trying to work through. So that was a beautiful question. I think is a great one to bring up, and I'm really thankful that they sent it in and brought it up. I always do that right before I meditate, and I say, I am the I am, and I believe in miracles. I am, and I believe in miracles, and they are coming around me like crazy. We even had a last-minute health issue with my kitty. You know, we have my co-host Emmy, the Akita. If you haven't met Emmy, the 100-pound Akita that will sometimes chime in. We also have a 17-year-old kitty that's been a beautiful animal that I rescued a long time ago. And her health was getting kind of touch and go there. I believed in my own energy work. I believed in natural medicine. We work with the vet, of course, but I believed that we could, if we were working to go to a higher frequency and we're moving up to a higher dimension where we don't need to worry about illness and all of that, then what a better way to start claiming and living in that frequency than to say, you know what, I am living it. I am healthy. I have healthy animals. I have a healthy family. I have a healthy life. And I am in that. And I started to just work with that daily. And we did a blood panel on her, and we had all kinds of stuff, liver and kidney failure things. Blood panel came back and pretty much all normal. And, you know, it's not even about 9 lives with her. She's really amazing. But we work constantly to cleanse and detox our physical cells, and I'm working also with that with them as well. And that's what we're doing as a personal choice. We are using food as medicine. We are detoxing whatever needs to go away. And if I find and discover something else, out it goes. Because my new higher frequency body needs something else too. I have never regretted going down that path with health, because my physical health and fitness aligns and supports my spirit that's using this vehicle right now. So animals are with us too, you know, and I'm working with them on that as well. So with that said, miracles are all around us. It's about seeing them. It's about changing your perspective that they really are in your life and that you deserve them. It's about claiming them. It's about knowing they're really there and just going with it. To me, that is refreshing. To me, that is the hope that inspires me every day. And I'm going to keep working with these spirit guides and angels. I'm going to continue to work at the easel because they're bringing me deeper into the messages as I do that. And then whatever they bring me for next week, I'm not even sure what that is, we'll be doing that too. So I hope that you have gotten from this show especially that there is no one way to do this. They will let you know they're there if you want to know, and you just ask, and you can ask for a couple of messages. But once they start rolling in, and we were hearing that today, once they start rolling in and you're hearing and seeing all these visuals that they're there supporting you, yeah, you're on the right track, yes. Practice not second guessing. Practice trusting in it, because they want us to work. They want us to work with that more. They want you to be able to stand on your own feet and know you have strength within you that's always been there. I mean, that is a support team that's wanting you to feel empowered, not feel like you need them all the time to fix it for you. That's not how that works. We're here to grow into our highest potential. You might be changing quite a bit from what you thought your path was. And there's a lot of that going on. So just know if that's happening with you, that's happening with you, and it's not you by yourself. You might be feeling like you feel different about some things. You want to change some things. If you feel an instinct in any area of life, it could be as simple as changing your diet or releasing something from your diet or adding something in. Why aren't you doing it? Why are you second guessing it? Maybe you should check it out a little bit more and be proactive that way. The peace is around the corner. Guys, this is a great time to really claim a positive world and a positive life. detach from all the chaos and crazy mayhem all around you. Trust me. Just detach from it, because that's third dimension and it's going to stay that way. But you can choose to move on and just let it be what it's going to be. It's not about staying attached to it. So work on detoxing all that drama out of your life, and you're going to find a lot of hope and a lot of positive waiting to fill that void. Thank you so much for listening. I've really enjoyed being here with you today, and thanks for all the guys watching, and we'll be checking all that out too. Stay with us here. We are here every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and thank you so much for listening. You can check everything out on my website at jennroyster.com. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jennroyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.